Go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and that over there is
It's the
Sam.
groundhog.
We're back, guys. Sunday, our review day. Yay! Um,
I was
Sam,
gonna say something. I was gonna say something real crazy. You didn't warn me it was getting ready to start, so I'm kind of glad I didn't say it.
oh.
Yeah. So
Well, good thing I started then.
that's a bad thing because I almost said it. Like if you was like real close,
Well, we dodged the bullet there, huh?
now you dodged a bullet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
um, tonight we are going to be reviewing the film Justice League, but not just Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I know this has been making its rounds around the internet, around pop culture. This has been one of the really big movies that's come out on HBO Max. Everyone's excited about it. So we're going to give you our take on this movie, which has been a couple weeks in the making. Um, Before we go ahead and get started, I'm going to remind you guys to subscribe to our channel. If you like what we're doing here tonight, make sure you hit that like button down below. It really helps out, guys. And if you're watching this live, make sure you guys throw out a comment in the comment section. Don't be afraid. We don't bite. We just conversate. Oh,
speak for yourself.
oh, and for all of my Snyder Cut fans out there watching, all of the diehards, hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Just gonna say it now. So anyway, um, Justice League, Snyder Cut. Uh, what did you think about it, Sam? Just off that. What do you have to say?
Well, I'll have to say that I like this version of the Justice League movie as opposed to the damn 2 hour movie. We sat in Titanic for 4 hours. I would have sat in this one for 4 hours. You know how much popcorn I could have had? Look, popcorn and drinks I could have had, fucking refills all day long. Like, damn. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this version of the movie better. It actually was more detailed, which I know in the 2 hour you don't want to detail everything, but it's like when you watch the 2 hour one, it's like okay, it was good. But then when you watch the 4 hour one, you're like, you know what? Yeah, this the one. Yeah, this
Yeah.
the one.
I actually saw the 2017 version in theaters with a couple friends of mine, and we stayed out in the parking lot for, I guess, like an additional 2 to 3 hours talking about the film and how we felt about it. My consensus on it at the time was I did not really think that this film was as good as it could have been. There were elements of the 2017 version that I liked, a lot of things that I wish there was more of, and with all that, I felt towards the 2017 version, which I didn't really want to watch anymore after the first time I saw it. I watched this here Snyder cut. I watched this director's cut, this original vision of the film, and I'm like, yo, this is what I wanted to see. It gave me everything that I wanted from characters like the Flash, Batman.
Yeah,
Although there is a Batman scene that was in the 2017 version, I wish they kind of would have kept, but
what
it wasn't.
the initial one when it first started?
Yeah, when it first
Yeah,
started, I did,
I can see that one. Yeah,
I did like that, but it wasn't in his original vision, so I can
yeah,
respect. But yeah, it's Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, all the characters. I was way more excited for them in this team up movie, and it made me want to go back and watch Aquaman and one in the first Wonder Woman again. Like I'm like, okay,
I don't know. I don't know how I
Aquaman.
feel about. See, I think you're pushing it. I
Well,
think
no,
you're
with
pushing
the
it.
first Wonder Woman,
No, no, no,
because
no, 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 no. I think even in the first Wonder Woman, she was straight, but she was nothing compared to what she did in this version of the Justice League. Like, this
oh
has been
heavens,
the best Wonder Woman ever. So I can't say it made me want to go back. It might piss me off if I go back and watch it. Like this, like for real. Like I think it's gonna piss me off if I go back and watch it. Especially the last Wonder Woman. Like I said, I get it. She was going through her shit, whatever. Lack of training, whatever the case may be. Okay, but like when you watch a Wonder Woman movie, like you want to see her turn up. Like I
mm-hmm.
like fuck the backstory, and I'm tired of that shit. Like put that shit on regular TV. If I'm paying to see
um,
something, I want to see the damn action. Like this movie right here, the 4 hour Justice League movie presented to us. Like that was worth honestly going to the theaters to watch.
Yeah.
Like I think I would have risked COVID for it. It's like I'm lying. I'm
I
lying.
can't see a world.
I take that
I
one back.
can't see a world in which you would have risked COVID for this particular movie.
Nah.
Me, yeah, probably, but no, I can't see you doing it. I would have had to drag you to it. Like, come on, Sam, it's a 4 hour one. Come on, like, it's gonna be.
Ooh. I like where's the bootleg at again?
I had to
Where's
do a
the
lot of
bootleg?
working to get you to that theater. I'm like, come on, come
Nah.
on, I love it. You ought to be
Uh-uh.
talk about this film. But so for those of you who don't know, just casually don't know much about this version of the Justice League, I'm going to give you a really quick rundown. It again, like we said, the 2017 version. And then there's the present day version that we've gotten. This is the director, Zack Snyder. This is his original vision for the film. When he was filming the film, he had an unfortunate passing of his daughter, and that kind of distracted him from the film. Of course, you would need time off to just relax, recuperate, get your mindset, and handle your family affairs. When he stepped away from the film, the studio was like, well, we're going to have to finish this film, Zack. So they promised him that they would finish the version of the film that he had. What they did was they brought on another director, Joss Whedon, who directed the first two Avengers films, onto this film, and they completely redid. I'd say probably about, what would you say, like 90% of that movie?
90. Shit, like 99.
Okay, well, yeah, let's say
Okay, it wasn't that
99%.
much, but it was a lot. It was a big difference in the movie. So yeah.
Mhm. So they
I mean,
redid a big chunk of the film, and it turned out to be a completely different movie. There was also a lot of other things, like they wanted the movie to be 2 hours, exactly 2 hours long. They wanted to get it out on the original release date because they all wanted bonuses. There's that story that was really crazy about it, and a lot of the stars were cut. A lot of their sizable roles and meaningful roles were cut from the original film. So of course, as we all may know, that the original 2017 Justice League that came out did not do well financially. It didn't do well critically. I mean, they spent an extra $32 million to fix up a movie that ended up being complete and total garbage to a lot of people.
yeah. I mean, compared to this one, like they should have just stuck to what he had going on.
Yeah,
And
there's no
you did all that for what?
there's no reason they couldn't have taken what Zack Snyder had and cut it down to at least 2.5 hours. No way they could have done that. So
Okay, but what he had, I would say that it probably would have been more of a task to cut out and try to determine what may have been and what not have been important because of what was presented in it. Like everything he had in there, like it practically flowed like so fluently that it's like if you took something out, it more than likely would have been missing.
yeah, well, what about like slowing some things down, maybe? Because there's a few scenes I want to talk about that, and I
Go
think you'll
ahead.
come to an opinion. But before I do that, just to wrap up this history of the Snyder Cut, so a lot of fans got together, hashtag release the Snyder Cut. A lot of people thought it was a myth until Zack Snyder himself came out and said, "No, I have a cut of this movie that's not finished with the visual effects." So the movement is behind the Snyder Cut. They donated to charity, had planes flying all over the place to petition for this, and here we are now. We've gotten to release the Snyder Cut. Again, like I said, the actual movement behind that was very positive. I saw them doing a lot of positive things, donating to charities, donating to
I'm
different
like, you
causes.
saw them do it, like you were there. Okay, go ahead.
No, I wasn't there.
I'm
I've
like,
always read about it. I've read about their good doings in the world. So shout out to them. You guys did an amazing job. I'm glad that you went around about this properly. This is the positive fan base. Don't believe the toxic fan base. They don't exist. They're bots. But so yeah, now we're here with our version of Justice League that we have here. So that is the history of the sound effect. If you want to learn more about that, look it up on your own content. That's all I have to say. So yeah, so getting into the actual movie itself. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right at these things that I think should have been shortened down. One of them in particular was the what was that when Aquaman went into the water and those girls were saying
Man, no, you know, even though I don't know what the song was, I think that it could have been like a special, like, you know, something for him, like in reference to him, because they already said that he practically feeds them when there's nothing there. So I think it's just like paying homage to him,
Yeah,
which we
but I
didn't,
mean,
which we didn't get in the first video, and I think, look at you, and I think it was much appreciated that they actually paid and they actually paid some type of homage to him for actually doing it because he didn't have to. And I want to say that that's what it was because of the fact that she even took his clothes for him.
yeah, and sniffed them.
I mean, who wouldn't have though? I'd have been like,
No, that, come on, that's really what
like, damn, cut it out now, cut it out. Shit.
that's really what she did.
Bro, it was her damn turn to do that shit that day. Guess what? She did that shit that day.
Let me keep the shirt for the extra to get my vocal cords right.
Bruh. But that's like I could see where you could say cut that scene out, but I could see where it was, necessary.
Yeah, and then the other part, which I guess it could have just been shortened just a little bit, was when the Flash was saving Iris and that whole little slow motion thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a tad.
But in the defense, they have had everything at that speed with the Flash.
Yeah.
Like we really haven't seen the Flash like we haven't seen him do that. Like we've just seen him so that we're able to see what he's doing. But I would have really appreciated if they would have at least shown us him working at his own speed.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm kind of growing tired of with features and movies. That they always slow things down around them. Like, okay, we get it. There's not too many more times you can do that gimmick to where you show things slowing down around them. So let's just start moving at fast speed.
I mean that too, but then I could also see why because somebody's gonna be like, "Damn, when did he do that? Damn, how did he do that? Damn, when did that happen?" So like I said, I could see why, but then like I said, I would
Use
also
imagination, people.
yeah that too. But I would also appreciate if they would have showed it to us in like real time as opposed to a slower time.
Yeah, because they're establishing that this Flash is actually like incredibly fast. I think faster than the one on the TV show.
Hey, I think everybody faster than him. I think everybody's faster than him.
So speaking of characters, since we're on the topic of characters, I want to go just briefly talk about each character and how you think they were presented in this film. If we're on the Flash, let's just start with the Flash since we're already on him. Let's talk like
Okay, so I mean the Flash was real jokey. So I mean, I think he was the comedic relief in the film. I think that without him, the film would have lapsed some, and the fact that he is not as seasoned as the other members of the Justice League at that current time, I think that brings a lot to the team as well. Because he's actually had to have his ass saved a couple of times too. So
yeah.
because remember, I was like, why didn't he just phase through him? But he's still learning and still becoming. So I think the fact that they actually have him at that stage of the movie is pretty good because, I mean, and when I'm saying that, I'm saying also because of the fact that they could have had him, more dependent as opposed to independent to where he like. And I might even go as far as to compare him to Spider-Man in Civil War, because two new characters just coming into their powers or whatever the case may be. So but it's like they're both like possibly on the same page right there. Like they're both like on their same level at that time. But I appreciate the fact that he was more willing to he was still trying to find where he fit in at, and it's good that he found where he fit in at the time of his life where he really needed it. Dealing with the stress from his father, not being able to find employment, a potential love interest. So, all of that stuff. And he'll now go through life and have the plays on all of that. So, yeah, I kind of enjoyed that character. What about you?
I like the Flash in this a lot more than I liked him in 2017. Let me just go ahead and get that out of the way. In recent years, you've seen this yourself. I have become a big Flash fan. So much so that where people used to know me for Batman, now I'm shifting the focus to Flash because he's really got my attention now.
Yeah, you gave away the man with no power to a man with powers. How dare you?
I did. I traded on the
Well, you know
bat
though,
team.
I forgot. I forgot. Batman does have powers. It's green, and it
Yeah.
comes in the shape of cards.
Money. But with the original 2017 version, I think that the Flash was one of the best parts, but he kind of seemed like he was
Yeah, he was good in that one too.
for the autism community. I just felt like there was something about him that screamed like, okay, he's representation for people who may be a little bit autistic, right? Because that was the time where I was working with like a lot of autism and learning that they have certain problems with social life, and he kind of displayed
Yeah,
some.
I mean, I understand the autistic
Um,
community, but he never presented himself as being autistic to me. He may have presented himself, like I said, he grew up without a father and a mother, so of course he's dealing with some issues there. But to go and like, I would definitely not compare him to being in the autistic community or being a representative of the autistic community. I think he's just at that time a young adult trying to find himself in life, as we saw with him going for a job interview, him not having a girlfriend, and him practically in his own world with where he is living and having, where he lives. Like he's
mhm.
not into none of that stuff. He's kind of like geek mode, so he doesn't know how to deal with other stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really, I wasn't too keen on him in the 2017. I was more so like, okay, I see they're putting him as more of a comedic effect, but he was still one of my favorite parts of the movie.
He was still that in this one.
And I still, I still liked it. Now in this one, I liked him a hell of a lot more because it was just, I don't know, it was just his personality wasn't as jokey. He was still a serious person. He had the intellect of the Barry Allen that you would see in the Flash TV show. He was pretty much he told me
I
he
don't
was
think so.
well, he's still in his early days, which is why I accept that.
I,
Like you
I
can
think that
see
I
the
think that they
smart
are the
thing.
same. I think that they are the same person. Like I think that they're both in both versions of the movie. They're both the comedic relief. I can't
Yeah,
say
no,
that I see him as Barry, and I'm gonna say why that is because of the fact that Barry wouldn't give a damn about fucking up the timeline, about reversing time, doing whatever the hell he had to do. This one, that's how you can show that shows the maturity level or the inexperience of this one in regards
mhm.
to him being the Flash. Like he is the Flash, but he hasn't taken on aliens. He hasn't really taken on too much crime, and that shows with his decision making. Unlike other damn Barry who don't give a damn. He's like, bro, I'm doing it anyway. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I still think that even with this Zack Snyder version of the Flash, I think it excites me more for him because I'm like, okay, this is a Flash where you can see his potential, especially after that big crossover with the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was an amazing cameo. But now it's like tying those all together. It's like, okay, this is a Barry that's still trying to figure himself out, like you said, and still learning his powers, but knows to an extent what his powers can and can't do. And some of the scenes with him, like his action scenes, like when he's saving all the people from the rubble that was falling from the building, I thought amazing.
ooh,
Him,
when you say that, I thought of the scene with him and Superman in the first one as compared to this one, where they're both saving the people,
oh yeah,
and the Flash he just pushes out the car, and Superman has a whole building. Like
yeah,
that was funny.
yeah, that was funny. That's one of the things I liked about that version. And with this one, like when he's running up the stairs, like, come on, people, hurry up. Come on, move a little faster. It's like things like that. Like I feel like in the other one he was played too much for the laugh, but this one it was like, okay, he's funny, but he's also a catalyst for why they decided to bring back Superman. He's important to the plot. he's more important to saving the day because it all hinges on him. We show that he can heal, which I thought was really cool. And again, at the end of the day, he ultimately saves the day by going back in time, which is all the Flash is good for, is messing with the timeline. So I like the Flash.
And then on the last note with the Flash, I thought was cool was the fact that as he was going through the timeline, they actually showed him creating a timeline. Like
Yeah,
that was cool.
that was excellent. I love that.
But
Um,
Cyborg.
Cyborg, yes. They gave Cyborg way more, and this is something that a lot of people are saying. Like Cyborg's story was in this. Like this is Cyborg's story. Like so much more. I liked him a lot more. I understood him a lot more. I was rooting for him a lot more than I was in 2017. 2017, I was like,
Yeah,
okay, he's Cyborg. Okay, I don't like the design, but it's
yeah.
okay. I still wasn't that favorable of it in this one, but it did look better, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. I'm not in favor of his design myself, but yeah, it did.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I have to say about Cyborg. I like his
What I'll
backstory.
say is that I liked his backstory. I like that they gave us more of his background with his family, his father, his mother, his
Mhm.
college career, knowing how smart he was to begin with. Like that goes into a lot of whatever because you're just thinking that I was just thinking that he's just whatever they just did this now he has this, but no, Cyborg was extremely smart prior to the accident, and he was into computers prior to, so that just kind of enhanced
Mhm.
his knowledge of computers. The fact that he's guarded, which you can't blame him. Like that's how he was guarded. Don't know who to trust, whatever. He's still trying to come to himself with his own powers and what he wants to do with it. Just like his father said, you have the choice to decide what you want to do with your powers. And so,
Mhm.
you're gonna make that decision. And I mean, he could have opted for evil, but he didn't. But even though they gave us a more in-depth cyborg story, there's still a lot to cyborg that we don't know. So, like cyborg, like how we feel about him is gonna be pretty short right now. Like I haven't
Mhm.
studied him, but just watching the two movies, I like this version of him better. I like their presentation of him way better. Um, and I like what he contributed to the movie and the fact that he didn't get his leg ripped off this time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I definitely agree. I especially like the relationship they emphasized with him and his father. I thought that was important. Um, of course, in the original one, his father lived, but in this version, he died. But he died. I think his death was a noble
hero.
death. I mean, whether he lived or died, I thought it's still a good dynamic. Although for Cyborg as a character, I think it pushes him forward just knowing that his dad dies.
Yeah,
It motivates him to be
yeah.
more of a hero.
And then the fact to know that his dad died risking his life, like for them to
Mhm.
make sure that they succeeded in the mission they had to accomplish. So I
Right,
think that does a lot as well.
right. So let's move on to one I really want to talk about, which is Wonder Woman. Um,
I already talked about when we already know how I feel about her.
okay, well, I'm gonna say
I hit
that
her up at the beginning.
Wonder Woman,
She
and
was
I think,
beast mode, yo, beast
yeah,
mode.
I was gonna say, I think you were gonna co-sign on that anyway. She was amazing in this version of the Justice League. She was amazing, incredible, and again, this makes me think: why couldn't the studio just find a way to put this version of the movie out? Because she had so many amazing scenes. She had a scene where it was empowering to young girls. She just had a lot of badass scenes, and she even had her own background singer every time she did something.
Hey, nobody said nothing when Peter Griffin did it.
She
Oh
had a
yeah,
theme song every time. Like what was it? It was one part she just showed up. She just showed up, and
bro,
the
that's all she
people
got
put
to
her in the
do.
background. She was
Oh
talking.
my
The
gosh.
theme song plays in the background. It was it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But I mean, she was awesome. She was kick ass. She was way more kick ass in this version. than I could have even imagined. Hold on, guys. Gonna hit my solo layout till Sam comes back. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking about Wonder Woman because I thought she was awesome. She definitely was a character that, after watching Wonder Woman 1984 and being slightly let down by that, after seeing the original Wonder Woman movie and being like, oh, okay, yeah, that was fine. And of course, after seeing the 2017 Justice League, I go and watch this and I'm like, this is the Wonder Woman that I want to see moving forward in all the DC movies. Like she was just super heroic, like super heroic. I like how she's like not afraid to. Oh, here, wait, she's back.
Yeah.
How she's not afraid to go forward and like really lead. I like the Amazonians, how badass.
Yeah.
Just all of it, all of it. Anything that Wonder Woman was in this movie, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Especially her, they brought back her main theme song. That's my jam right there. And I'm so happy they brought that in. When she saved the people. I love that just so much. So Wonder Woman hands down was like my favorite character in this movie. Wonder Woman didn't fly. So I think let's move on. Let's talk about Batman. Let's talk about Bruce. I want to do Aquaman. Let's do Aquaman first.
Yeah.
Let's do Aquaman.
We talked about Aquaman. No, what we talked about, we didn't get into it. Aquaman. I thought he could have done more. Like, I really want to see him in his powers. Like, they always give us like bullshit versions of him. Like, I really want to see him show up and show out. Like, he did his thing, but we know he can do his thing, and I really want to see that in a movie.
Yeah, because he didn't really do that much in his own movie either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we know he's land and sea, so show us land and sea. Like, he's able to fight on both, and he has powers on both. So give it to us. Like, I want to see it. But I guess I can say, nah. I was even when he came through with the water when they was under there. I mean, they showed a little bit of him operating on land, trying to control the sea. But like I said, like if anybody was diminishing this movie, it was Aquaman. They was just like, you know how they what they did to us. They was just like, we're just gonna keep letting him take off his shirt and stand and pose real quick. We're gonna keep letting him take off his shirt, and they're gonna be all right.
That's because the ladies love to see Jason Momoa's chest.
Hey, I know that's what I'm saying. They was like, yeah, they'll take off his shirt. They'll shut up. Nobody's gonna notice anything. Nah, bro, I noticed.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I would like to see a bit more of what Aquaman can do. Although I do like how his character was portrayed in this particular version. Like he was a bit more, so he wasn't so like huge Joe. He was more like a bit more of a serious dude. You know, like I don't know, he's just more serious in this one. That's what I can say. He's a bit more serious. He took things less lightly.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I like what they did with him. Again, like I said, it made me want to go back and watch the Aquaman movie. So, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, he was more. I would say, he was more aware. Like I guess he actually cared for people this time. Human. I mean, whatever. But it still showed where he still is not caring a lot about people. So I mean, like I said, he's a character and that needs development. And I think that is good that they didn't make. I guess it's good they didn't make him fully developed. That way we have a chance to see his development throughout potential upcoming films, which I would really like to see. So. And so now the damn
Batman.
The damn Bat. First of all, Batman, I'm tired of you hiding behind shit every time. Okay, I swear I'm tired of you.
Okay, so Batman, I don't know. I'm not gonna say if he was. They gave him a lot more.
You see how you stuttering? That's how you already know.
They gave him more to do in this movie. One of his best scenes, I feel, was in the 2017 one, where in the beginning was him being the Dark Knight, Halle Berry. So yeah, I definitely like that he had more to do, more of a time to come here. Uh, I mean, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about Batman, though. I mean, he had
I mean,
more.
Batman is Batman. Like
Yeah,
he does his thing with orchestrating and making sure that people are in place. So I enjoy that portion of him. With him not really giving a damn about anybody else's feelings, but what the common goal should be, and is always to make sure that people are safe. So I mean, that's he's just real leadership material. And like I said, he got me this time. Like I was like, look at this motherfucker going back on there. Like he always doing some shit. But yeah, he came through for the team. They're like, damn, bro, you really crazy, huh? Yeah, I'm crazy. So yeah,
yeah,
he really came through for the team. But what I will say is that Superman lit his ass up.
yeah. Last
He
thing I have
lit
to say
him
about
up.
Batman. Last thing I say about Batman though is with the
Superman.
whole end of the world thing.
Look, Dave, Superman, Batman was like, hey, bro, hey, Soup, yo, Soup, it's me right here, yo. Hey, it's your boy Bruce. And Superman was like, all right. Lit his
Yeah,
ass
but,
up.
hey, one last thing about Batman though. Yeah, I like his end of world scenes with the Joker and everything, and that's it. That's all I have to say about Batman. I mean,
Oh,
I will.
yeah, that whole Joker scene, his real BFF, which they really are.
Yeah,
But
I would
yeah,
love
that
to see Ben Affleck's Batman do more. I know he's gonna be in the upcoming Flash movie, but I would definitely like to see a solo Ben Affleck Batman movie. Because his portrayal of that character is very good. He is presented. We see one of the villains he's presented with. He has a good villain. He has a good Joker to go off of. So, and he has a Harley Quinn as well. So it's good. And I don't know. Hopefully one day we'll get a Ben Affleck Batman movie, but next time we'll see him as in Flash film. So I'm excited about that. So Superman, you want to talk about Superman? Uh,
Superman been whooping ass and taking no names. The
Superman was
end.
1,000 times better in this version than he was in the 2017 version. And that's just point period.
Like I
I
said,
don't know what to
Superman
say
was
about
whooping ass and taking no names. So okay.
yeah. From the moment he woke back up, that entire fight sequence. Now you saw the 2017 one, as did I, and you saw this one. Which fight sequence of Superman do you think was better?
I mean, I like this fight sequence of Superman. I can't even sit here and deny that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
like this one. Like
it,
Superman was going in, and I like even when he was fighting against the members of the Justice League. I like how he was handling them. I like that he lit Batman ass up. And I don't even know how the hell Batman didn't get burned. Like what the hell is your suit made out of? Number one.
now he had that gauntlet that was absorbing the stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like what is that made out of? But yeah, like I really enjoyed it. Superman was doing his thing, of course. The only thing I'm not, it's not even related to Superman, but what I will say about the movie is that the villain whooped the shit out of their asses in the 2017 version of it.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
giving them
definitely.
the business. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna come to that. We're gonna come to Steppenwolf because I got some things to say about him too. But real quick to wrap up Superman, uh, I I don't know. This has been a very weird year for me because I have suddenly gotten pretty invested in Superman, and I don't know if that has to do in part because I know what a big shock, right? I don't know if that's in part because of the Superman Lois show, which I think is very good,
yeah,
or
I would say that too. Because Superman, I'm like, man, Superman. Motherfucker,
yeah,
all the damn powers.
or I don't know if it's because I went on a whole binge of DC animated movies, and Superman was at the forefront of a few of those, and I thought he was pretty good in that. But seeing him in here, I'm like, come on, let's get another Superman movie going. Let's get this particular Superman. Let's see more of him. I like him. I like what he did. I like how he beat the shit out of the rest of the Justice League. I like how he beat the shit out of the bad guy. I loved it all. So yeah, I liked it. I was excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so that's all I have to say about Superman. So I'm getting on board the Superman train, somehow, some way. But
Okay.
Steppenwolf, the villain. Uh, this is the most drastic change between both versions. In the original version, in the 2017 version, he was a skinny alien-looking dude. In this version, he's a bulked-up, armored alien.
Well,
Low
yeah.
key.
In the defense, he had armor on. Okay, okay. In defense, he had armor on in the 2017 version as well. This armor was just more shiny than the other armor, than the other armor. So that was a major difference. He was more flashy, and the attire was more flamboyant than the other attire. But at the end of the day, he still had armor on. It was just a different design of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like this armor in the Snyder cut was like, "I'm rich, bitch," and the last cut it was like, "All right." But yeah, the villain was totally kicking ass and taking no names in the 2017 version. I actually liked how they ended the Snyder cut version of it though, with what's the man name?
Darkseid.
Yeah, with Darkseid actually looking at him get his ass whooped. Like, bro,
Yeah,
you gonna come through or what though? So I
yeah,
actually like that version, like, and the fact that they was both waiting on to see who's gonna do what, and then Darkseid like, just fuck it, not right now. Y'all done whipped his ass. Let me just breathe first.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I like Steppenwolf a lot more in this version. I thought he was more relatable, oddly enough, right? For a villain, like I kind of felt bad.
yeah, because no, because at the end of the day, he promised somebody something, and he had to deliver on his promise.
Yeah, he still owed him like 50,000 more worlds and stuff like
Like I said, he made a promise.
that.
He made a promise, and he has to deliver on his promise. I mean that's
Yeah,
expectations of life.
but you could see like he was clearly like somebody. Even it showed in his facial expressions. He was somebody that, like, yeah, you fucked up. Like he's like, dang, I messed up so bad,
But
so
see that was when he was being cocky about stuff. When he thought that stuff was
bad.
gonna be easy. Girl. When he thought
Right,
stuff was gonna be easy.
right. And getting into Dark Side too. We might as well just put it in the Dark Side. I like how when he first came to Earth, he got his ass beat, and then so badly that he forgot what planet he was on. I like the brutality show with Dark Side because you and I we watched some of the animated Justice League movies, and we saw how brutal Dark Side could be. And I like how they get let up on that brutality in this newer version. I like how he was even in the movie. I love that he was even in the movie. And I do agree with you. He could have walked through that boom tube and he had the business at any time. But I think he learned from his mistakes and was like, "Hey, I'm not going to do that again. So I'm not going to do. And step through and try to hand the business and get the business handed back to me." So, yeah, that's how I feel about Dark Side. I love that. I enjoyed it. I like that they included him. I think those are all the characters. I mean, all the side characters are cool. The Martian Manhunter cameo, I love that. I thought it was great. Um, yeah, I mean, so I guess just overall, I mean, I think it's clear by everybody, casual viewers and fans, that this goes without saying that this was the superior version of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am still very curious as to why. I don't know. I mean, just one quick question: what is a reason that you would not have tried to condense it, make this into a 2 hour, 2.5 hour?
Listen. I already told you that I would not take anything out. That if you sat there for the damn 4 hour long Titanic, that you could sit there for this version of the movie in the movie theater, where it more than likely would have been in the theater if it was in 2017 with my large popcorn and my large drink and my snacks in my purse. So what? Damn, I'm not cutting it short.
So and that, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming from a casual viewer. Me as a fan, I would have definitely sat there. Like we all know, I would have like the 3 hour runtime for Avengers Endgame didn't scare me at all. It excited me. This 4 hour runtime is a better use of time than Endgame. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. Everything was good. Like at the end of the day, like I only kept. Well, I don't. Okay, let's say I was only checking the time because of course I rewatched it again today, and I was like, okay, I only got this amount of time to watch it, so how can I watch a 4 hour movie in 2 hours? But on that end of it,
Yeah.
but outside of that, like it was like 4 hours, like like I said, I was tired one day, fell asleep. Shit, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, like it kept me interested. Like some parts, like whatever. I was like, I wasn't like a huge fan of like with the whole Lois and damn Superman scene. Blah, they could cut that shit out for me. Him meeting up his mama. Blah, which they definitely didn't have in the first version of the movie. Um, just a couple of little things, like I said, a little touchy feely shit that's supposed to be touchy feely. Like I'm definitely not a fan of the touchy feely shit. Like so, but some people are. But that gives it a more personal touch, and I was like, blah. So yeah, outside of that, like it's needed in a movie, of course. So and I understand why they put it in. But for me personally, like if that shit wasn't in there, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
I probably would have. I probably would have. But what happened? Did they go there? So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, what I'm hearing is that again, it was a good use of time. Do you have any final thoughts?
I don't think so. I enjoyed the movie. It's on HBO Max. Think you will enjoy it as well. Definitely a better version than the original, and that's really hard to do. But yeah, I don't have anything else. Like I said, the villain, Dark Side. I mean, Wolf, Wolfie, whatever his name was. He
Steppenwolf.
definitely was a better opponent in 2017 than he was in this version of it because he was straight whooping ass, ripping off legs and all types of shit. But I think if they would have did a combination of both, where he was doing that shit and then showing him getting his ass whooped and thrown back through the portal, that should have been real lit. But they
Yeah,
did.
and they feels like that's that.
Yeah,
Um, are you in support of the Restore the Snyderverse movement to see the continuation in the Justice League 2 and the Justice League 3?
yeah.
Okay, so you have it here. A casual fan is in support of the Restore the Snyderverse. Warner Brothers, heed these words, man. Come on, we all want
Here
it.
you
The
go.
world wants it.
Here you
The
go.
world wants it. Now, I'm in support of it too. Obviously, I would love to see where these things end up. If it could happen, but if it doesn't happen, I'm fine. I'm okay as long as the next wave of DC movies are good, they're acceptable. You have no reason to not be good now. Stop trying to catch up to Marvel because come on, Marvel's on a ventilator right now. They're still trying to figure out how things can make sense and make sense, and they're doing great at it. Come on, I can't deny.
So, what would you rate this movie?
I would rate it. I would give it a 5. Wow, I'm on a 5-star streak lately. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Just by comparison to the 2017 version, I'll give it a 5. Now, based on its own merit, let me take my fan brain off. On its own merits, I'll throw it at a 4.8. On its own merit.
On its own merits, I think I would give it like a 4.2, 4.3 on its own merits. But definitely based off 2017, yes, this is far the more superior movie. And I kind of want to go and see. No, I didn't do a review on it. Okay, because I'm about to say I'm going to go into it. I gave that. I'm going to take all that back. So,
Oh,
yeah, I know. But yeah. So yeah, check out the movie if you haven't seen it already. Like I said, like we've mentioned, it's 4 hours long. It's on HBO Max. It's worth the watch. And tell us what you think of it. Do you have any opinions? Maybe you don't agree with what we're saying. Just let us know so we can argue with you. It's like we're not gonna argue, but yeah, just let us know. Check it out. So it won't be this Tuesday, but next Tuesday will be Anime Tuesday. And if you have any anime suggestions, let me know. I'm not sure what I'm going. I'm not sure of what I am going to review yet. I have started an anime or whatever. I'm not gonna tell you yet because I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it. But yeah, which I more than likely will. But anyway, yeah. So if you have anything, let me know, and I'll more than likely check it out, movie or series. I'll check it out. Um, So yeah, thanks for coming through.
Yep, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like what you see here, leave a like down below. If you're not watching this live and you want to leave a comment anyway. We'll definitely make sure we reply to those. I see we did get a comment tonight talking about Wonder Woman. She was awesome. And thank you for viewing and commenting. Felicia for real, that's the name. Um, make sure you guys check out our Falcon and the Winter Soldier review that was posted last night. Make sure you guys check that out. We did a really good tell on that as well. But until next time, guys, you all take it easy, be breezy, stay safe. Continue to watch our videos, continue to watch the movie, and
And wash your damn dirty ass hands. Wear your damn mask. Don't be breathing all on people. 6 feet people.
6 feet, people. And we'll be back next Sunday with the review of Godzilla vs. Kong. It comes out Wednesday on HBO Max.
I thought it already came out.
No, it comes out Wednesday.
Oh.
It comes out right, yes, smack dab in the middle of the week.
I'm gonna put my money on Kong.
I got my money on Kong too. Come on now.
Bruh,
You knew I had my money on Kong the whole time.
I had my money on Kong the whole time.
You didn't even have a stake in the fight originally.
You know I'm a King Kong fan. You know I love King Kong.
Yeah, but I told you didn't have a stake in the fight. You didn't have a stake in the fight. I said Kong is gonna whip Godzilla's little narrow livered ass. That's what I think. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to debate that with you guys. I am going to probably post a poll who you think will win, so keep on the lookout for that. But other than that, you guys have a great night. Stay cool, and we'll see you guys next time.